All right, I'm recording this from home, so if you hear my husband or the kids in the background, like I said, trying to get this done for y'all. All right, so these are the notes that are on Schoology for y'all that I told y'all to go check out in the update. It pretty much gives you a really good overview of everything you need to know for motivation, emotion, and stress. So key things to take away from motivation: know that it's the process that directs and maintains your behavior toward a goal. Okay, so that's what you're working for. Is you have your little person who's trying to cross the goal line. Yay, that's what everything in with motivation is trying to get you toward. You have different kinds of motivation. You have instinct, which is basically inherited. Oh, God, that's ugly. Sorry. Yes. Okay, so you have your inherent instinct. So it's pretty much anything that's inherited that animals tend to do. So like birds are migrating. So think about that when we're getting into different color. Yeah. So like I said, it's inherited behavior. It's typically animals. So that's what we need to look for with instinct theory. Drive reduction theory. Key things to know about drive reduction theory. It's physiological needs. So what do you physically need to survive? Not emotional. Not that's a whole different story. That's Maslow and hierarchy. But what creates a state of tension or a drive to satisfy that need? So like I said, it needs to be physiological. So food, your drive is hunger, your behavior is eating. Okay, so things like that are things to remember about drive reduction theory. Homeostasis, that's your balance. Okay, so that's when you're perfectly rested, when your blood sugar is right, you've had enough sleep. So everything, your body is just 100% in a state of balance. We do have different kinds of drives. So with primary drive, it's innate. So these are things that you absolutely have that you just kind of like you know how to eat. That's just kind of one of the things. Oh, look, there's my dog in the background. So sorry about him too. Secondary drives are things that you learn through conditioning, like me bribing my kids to go take a shower tonight. I told them if they go take a shower, I give them money. So that's a secondary drive because I just need them to do that. When we're looking at arousal for psychology, that's level of alertness. So it has nothing to do with arousal the way that you're probably used to hearing it. It literally has to do with being awake and like having like some level of alertness. And then that ties in with Yerkes-Dodson law. Okay, so remember Yerkes-Dodson. I'm going to try to draw this. Probably isn't going to work out really great. This is you perform best when you're moderately aroused. So that's the whole little inverted U or arousal theory, right? Where if you're down over here, you tend to sleep. If you're over here, you're too stressed out. Ooh, yeah. Can I move that? I don't know. But if you're up here, it's optimal level of performance. Okay. So like I said, that's Yerkes-Dodson law. Moderate level. Okay. Incentive theory. So that's basically you getting things that you want. Oh, let's change colors. Okay. So incentives are either some kind of positive or negative stimulus to motivate behavior. Primary incentives are something that's going to satisfy a physiological need. So food, I'm giving you food if you do well on something. And then secondary incentives are going to satisfy some kind of desire. All right, then we get down into other theories of motivation. You have cognitive theory. So again, look, we're coming back to cognitive. So that has anything to do with thoughts. Okay, so here's my little thing to help y'all remember cognitive theory. My little person is not that great. See if I can draw a better circle. There's my little person. It's so much better on my paper. Okay, remember he's thinking. That's cognitive. It's what's in your head. You're actually thinking about something. And then you have, I think one of my kids is not happy. So if we hear sad kids here in a second, I'm sorry. Intrinsic motivation, that's something that's internal. So you're doing something because you like to do it, okay? That's like typically like narcissism. It's all about me. So that's what intrinsic is. Extrinsic motivation. Okay, baby, I'm recording. Can you say hi to all my kids? Hi. Okay, we'll take care of you in just a second, okay? Let me finish. Hold on one second. Okay, so extrinsic motivation is doing something because you're promised a reward or you're threatened with punishment. Like
Ryan boys here. One hurt himself, the other
one die. I'm recording. So one fell down and one doesn't want the other one to die.
Yes.
Meryl's sad because Weston's gonna die because he fell down.
Yeah.
See, I get to come home and record podcasts for y'all, and then I have my kids. One fell down and hurt himself in the shower, and the other one's sad because he thinks his brother's gonna die because he fell down and hurt himself. Okay, moving on. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We've talked about Maslow lots and lots, so you should be very, very familiar with him and his whole theories of why people do what they do. Maslow is a humanist, so again, everything is all about being the best you. So I will put hunger motivation in its own little video. Sexual motivation is going to be in its own little video. Probably the stress and the people will be in their own. It's okay. We'll take care of this because I got to go take care of kids who are afraid that the other one's going to die because they hurt themselves.